So, so obviously a lot of pain. So much pain.
So much pain.
And so now we're at a new slate. I'm setting the floor for you, Jonathan, to start. Scott Fitterer is gone.
Is it a new slate though?
Hey, hold on. Let me set it up for you. Let me set you up. Scott Fitterer is gone. Matt Rule gone. Frank Wright gone right behind him. The Dutch Shell was still there before he got out the door. And now you guys hired Dan Morgan, former linebacker for the Panthers, also worked in the New York Giants and the Bills front office, if I'm not mistaken.
Seahawks and Bills.
Seahawks and Bills organization. So he's kind of, and he was an assistant GM. So he's kind of a promotion. He is a promotion hire, but also has the ties through the Panthers organization by playing there. And then he hires Dave Canales, the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who was also then the Seattle Seahawks, the previous year's quarterback coach who helped resurrect Geno Smith. So, Jonathan, I'm going to ask you this question. With these two moves, of hiring Dan Morgan and Dave Canales, at the time, how did you feel?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little underwhelmed.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're bad hires. I need to see what they're gonna do, but I wanted a clean slate. Like, that's been my issue from the jump, is we haven't had a clean slate yet. When Tepper came in and bought the team, we had not Gettleman, Marty Herney. Yeah. Fired Ron Rivera, kept Marty Herney there when we brought in Matt Rule. So there wasn't a clean sweep. We had carryover from the front office, new head coach. Then we did the opposite, hired Scott Fitterer, kept Matt Rule. So new turnover in the front office, kept the same coach though. So I just wanted a clean sweep, like bring in new front office, new head coach. Alignment was what I wanted. Now, we might have still gotten that because Dan Morgan did come up with the Seahawks, as did Dave Canales. So they have spent time together with the Seahawks. I believe Canales worked his way up as a quality control assistant coach, and Dan Morgan was coming up as a scouting intern in Seattle. But they were there together. They knew each other. They spent some years there. They both obviously branched off. Dan Morgan went to Buffalo. Dave Canales took the job in Tampa Bay last year, and now they're coming back together. So they have some cohesion. They have alignment, is what they mentioned in their press conference. That's the word they used several times, which is what I wanted. I just wanted a clean sweep. I didn't want any carryover because I'm going to be real. Scott Fitterer stunk. Dan Morgan was with him, though. He had some input in those decisions. And unless I know for sure he was saying I'm against all these bad moves that Scott Fitterer made, how am I supposed to feel confident in his ability to make positive moves? Because I don't know what his input was. He might have been in agreement with Scott Fitterer. And if that's the case, how can I feel good about him going forward?
For sure.
I can't. So it's new, but it's not new.
Okay.
So I am excited by some of the moves they made this offseason. Obviously, we were never going to pay Brian Burns. So sad to see him go. Glad we got.
We'll get to that part. We'll get to that You're good. So we're starting there. So
okay.
Not as clean of a slate that you wanted, not a clean break, but with the buzzwords that we use, every offseason, there's that push for those buzzwords, cohesion, synergy between the two. Obviously, that's what the Panthers are trying to push. Alignment. There you go. A line, please. That's what Bryce Young is saying.